Yo, what is up, Rebels and Bloods, and welcome to Week 5 of the MPL versus Ragenaut, aka Chris, coach of the Memphis Ursarings. This week I'm bringing Choice Scarf Mienshao, Life Orb Typhlosion, Mega Gardevoir, Life Orb Durant, Prankster Murkrow, and Focus Sash Bisharp. And without any further ado, guys, let's get on with this battle. I apologize if I do sound like I'm a little bit rushed. It's because I've had to record this 3 times already, and recording it more than 3 times, kind of gets on your nerves, so let's get into this. I'm going to try and sound as enthusiastic as I possibly can. So I'm going to lead off with my Mienshao as he leads off with his Zapdos. And right here, I knew that going for Stone Edge wouldn't be a very, very good idea. So I just figured that going for the U-turn would be the safest play. And Chris is actually going to switch out into his Sprite, aka his Manaphy. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, because I wanted to, scout out what he was going to do. So I go for the U-turn. That's going to bring my Sama Sensei back. And right here, I swap out into my Mega Gardevoir. And Mega Gardevoir is a very, very good mon for Chris's team. It dents a lot of things in half. And I figured, later on in the match, if I really needed to, I could always run, Tailwind on my Murkrow to double Mega Gardevoir's speed for the Azelf I thought he was going to bring. I thought originally Chris was actually going to bring a Choice Scarf Azelf, but I was wrong. So right here, he's actually going to go into the his For the Hood. And I thought, I Mega Evolved, and right here, I go for the substitute because I really, really wasn't sure, on what Chris wanted to do. I knew that Chris didn't want to take a Hyper Voice from Mega Gardevoir because Manaphy does, it plays an important role for the team. So I figured, what, I could, get up a free sub, on the switch in, or on whatever you want to do, because substitute was basically there for scouting. And luckily, I do get off Hyper Voice, and actually does a lot of damage too. Holy crap! He's gonna go for the Cross Poison. My substitute does fade, but right here, after all this bullshit, after he gets his health back with Block Sludge, he's going to swap out into his Entei, and he's going to get the Pressure ability off, which basically what Pressure does is Pressure actually, I believe that it I think it doubles the PP countage of your attack. So I go for the Hyper Voice here. It does around 3 to 40% to his Entei. Right here, I was actually predicting to go for the E-Speed, and I knew that I could survive an E-Speed with because I did Calx, and Mega Gardevoir only took 60-70% damage from it. So I was able to go for the Psychic and finish this thing off, so I got lucky on that part. Now, right here against this thing, I actually went for the substitute because I thought, hey, what, it might be Scarfed, but unfortunately, no, he wasn't Scarfed because I did outspeed it. It was actually really kind of funny. And I also went for the Volt. I also went for the substitute because I thought, hey, what? He might Volt Switch. He might, try and get Pivot. Well, I'm not taking damage. So anyway, I go for the Hyper Voice, and this does a relatively big amount. And right here, I knew that I could survive from a regular Zapdos, but then I figured out that this thing was actually Specs, and Specs Zapdos with that monster special attack, it does incredible damage. So right here, I go up to my Mienshao, trying to revenge kill this thing. And he actually goes out into his Sprite one more time as I go for the Knockoff. Because Knockoff, does some pretty good damage to Zapdos. I figured it would be able to finish it off due to the range of Zap. Because I actually did some practice battles before, and Knockoff would have KO'd that range. So right here, I head out into my Kevin, aka my Durant. And he actually goes for the Calm Mind, getting up his special attack and special defense up by 1 stage. And I knew that I didn't want to take any Scalds from this thing, so I figured, what, hell, let's try and get an X-Scissor off Kevin with that pissed off face. And that does roughly around anywhere from 50 to 60%. So right here, unfortunately, my Kevin is going to get taken down with the Scald. Easily. Kevin, I'm sorry, Rise was going to kill me, but yeah, it was either me sacking off Kevin or one of my other Pokemon, and quite frankly, I didn't need Kevin the least, so I figured, why not? So right here, I go for the high jump kick, and that is going to be able to finish off the Manaphy. And right here, he heads out into his High Mystic, aka his Mega Venusaur. So I'm like, wow, Chris, you named Mega Venusaur after me. I don't know why he did, maybe because, I love Venusaur. It's a really, really cool Pokemon. I don't know if it was like a troll or what, but I don't know. Stall, man, I'll tell you. So right here, he's going to Mega Evolve. I didn't mean to say switch out, but he actually Mega Evolves into his Venusaur. And right here, he actually goes for the Sleep Powder, but unfortunately that does miss. And now I am able to outspeed it and go for the Psycho Cut. And the Psycho Cut unfortunately only does anywhere from 20 to 30%, which isn't, it's kind of shit damage. And that revealed to me that Chris is running a physical physically defensive Venusaur rather than a specially defensive one. Kind of like, I thought he would run a special defensive one for Mega Gardevoir, but the physical one works too. Still does a lot of work. So right here, I'm just spamming the crap out of my Psycho Cut, trying to do as much damage to this thing as I possibly can. He's just going to sit here, we're going to play the stall war, and he's going to get damage off on me. I'm going to get damage off on him. He's going to get recovery from his Giga Drain, and he's going to get recovery back from the Leech Seed. So now it's just turning out to be like a big old little stall war. He just keeps on getting more HP back, and now he's actually going to switch out into his Drapion, predicting me to go for the Psycho Cut once again. And that isn't really going to do much of anything. I figure, like, he may be able to switch out in that thing eventually, but unfortunately, I do not carry knockoff on this thing because I did think that he was going to bring the Toy Scarf himself. And I carried Pursuit over the knockoff because, I thought that Pursuit, would come in a lot more handy considering the fact that Toy Scarf Azelf did a lot of damage to my team. So I figured, that Pursuit would have been the better option here. But unfortunately, he did not bring Toy Scarf Azelf, which kind of screwed me over. So he's going to go for the knockoff, and it's going to knock out my Focus Sash. Really didn't matter at that point anyways. And right here, it's going to be a big, giant match of Chris, just getting back his hazards. So I go for the low kick one more time, because I didn't think that he would switch out into Mega Venusaur. Actually, no, he actually swaps out into his Zapdos. Forgive me. So he's going to swap out into Zapdos, and that's going to almost actually kill it. And Zapdos actually takes quite not bad, a little bit of damage. And unfortunately, though, Checkmate is going to go down to the Leech Seed. Chris, I hate Mega Venusaur now. Damn you. That's still... Mega Venusaur is a really good Pokemon. Chris's team is actually one of like the most... It's on the draft power rankings. They actually earned the #1 spot, so... Good draft on his part. So right here I got into my Mienshao, and I'm able to revenge kill this thing with a Stone Edge. Mienshao is putting in the finest amount of work here in this match, as Mienshao usually does. Mienshao is an incredible Pokemon. I love this thing to death. So right here, I'm going to go for the Stone Edge again, trying to get off as much damage to this thing as I possibly can, and it actually does not a bad amount, And I knew that Sludge Bomb wouldn't be able to take me out, but, knowing my luck, he gets the motherfucking crit. And so I'm here, I'm like, I'm happy to be alive, but now I'm in range to get KO'd by the, whatchamacallit, the Hitmontop. I was in range to get KO'd by either a Mach Punch or a Fake Out, so I was kind of bummed out about that, I figure, if I were at least at, maybe 60%, actually, yeah, never mind, I'll tell you guys later. So I switch out into my Murkrow here. And I do wind up finishing off the Venusaur. Murkrow did have a Focus Sash, so even if he did go for the Sludge Bomb and it wind up killing me, I still would have lived anyway, so it was fine regardless. So right here he goes out into Twist and Shout, aka his Hitmontop. Kind of paused for a minute there, I was like, wait, what? So he goes for the Fake Out, and right here I do flinch, but I do pack Extra Sensory on Typhlosion. Unfortunately, it does only 20 to like 40%. That's actually around 30%, I think. So unfortunately, though, Typhlosion is going to go down to the Earthquake, and Mogami goes down. It's I think it's actually the Fire God in Japanese. Right here, I'm going to head out into my Asama Sensei, and I'm going to go for the amazing high jump kick here. Asama Sensei is one of Asama Sensei's best attacks. Actually, it is his best attack. What the hell am I talking about? So I'm able to go for the high jump kick, and that is going to be able to take out the Drapion. Knock this thing out. And like I said earlier on in the match, because I left it at such low range, he was indeed vulnerable for a Fake Out from the Hitmontop. I can't think of his name because I hardly ever see Hitmontop in the metagame anymore. I'm like, what is this thing again? So unfortunately, the Mienshao does go down, and Chris does wind up getting a 1-0 victory. But I do have to say one thing though, Chris, that was an incredible match, dude. You are an incredible battler, Bulky. If you're watching this, man, you need to give this man more credit than he gets. Chris is an amazing battler, and I will tell you that much right now. This guy deserves to be at least in top 10 on power rankings. So actually, no, he is. But personally, to me, I just think that Chris just needs a little bit more love in this league. He's had a little bit of a slow start, but don't underestimate this guy. He will come back. He's gonna hit, and he had to come back against me. So Chris is gonna kick a lot of ass this season, and Chris, if I see you again for playoffs, buddy, I'll tell you, man, it's gonna be different, man. I'm gonna pull a victory out of my ass. You will see. I will win next time. And my next week opponent is Dench B. Buddy, I'm coming for you. That victor's going to be mine. Actually, I don't know, because Dench is actually a very, very good battler. He's an awesome battler. Everyone in this league is actually a really good battler. So, this season is, just getting started. We are, unfortunately, we got 2 wins and 3 losses, but hey, you know what? That's not stopping me. I still got a good chance at this, guys. We're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm going to try my best. And with that, you guys, good game, Chris. You guys should go check out the MPL HUD page. You guys should definitely go check out Chris, too. He's an amazing, there's a lot of Pokemon Let's Plays, a lot of Wi-Fi battles. And I can guarantee you guys will have a lot of fun on his channel. He does a lot of, he's doing a Soul Link right now with his friend Anthony. Anthony's also in our league, and yeah, Chris is just an incredible guy overall. He's got amazing content. I highly recommend go checking him out, guys. His link will be in the description below. And Chris, I can't wait to battle you again, buddy. And yeah, as for everyone in the MPL, peace out. See you guys later.